Hi, my name is Mike Evanoff, and I'm a Google Geospatial Engineer, and we're recording a series of videos on Google Earth Enterprise. And this is the first video, and this is the big picture of what is Google Earth Enterprise. So this should be sort of a general introduction to the product and what the use cases are and how the users would actually use it. So let's just start with pretend you're a user, and what do you as an end user see for Google Earth Enterprise? And as an end user, you would start your Google Earth Enterprise client, and you can see it says Google Earth EC, which means the enterprise client. And when the enterprise client starts, the first thing it asks you is what server do you want to log into? Now you're not used to this because when you start Google Earth on the internet, it just connects to Google, right? You're never asked what server to log into. But in this case, you have your own Google Earth server. You know, the idea of Google Earth Enterprise is you own the server, you build your own globe, and you make that server available to the user population that you want to make it available to. So in this case, you can see that we're logging into laearth.la.gov. This is the state of Louisiana. They have a Google Earth Enterprise server that they have made open and available on the internet for their own citizens to use. And so we'll log in to the Louisiana globe, and you'll see that it comes up and it will look just like Google Earth. And I'll make that a little bit bigger so we can see it. And we have layers, just like you do on Google Earth on the internet. But you'll notice on this particular globe that it's really centered around Louisiana. In fact, you can even see the Louisiana imagery starting to come in because, again, this is state of Louisiana making their own data available to their users. And if you look in the bottom left, you'll see the layers that they have. And they have the usual ones like terrain and roads and things like that. But you'll also see that they have like the Gulf oil spill that happened a few years ago. They have Louisiana tourism. They have a number of different layers that the state of Louisiana feels is important for their users and their citizens. So this is a very custom globe, not coming from Google. It's coming from the state of Louisiana. They own the servers. They decide where to put the servers. And in this case, this globe is accessible to the internet. But most of our customers have the globes that are not accessible to the public. They have them sitting on their own firewalls. They have them on disconnected networks. They have them on secret and top secret networks. So the idea behind Google Earth Enterprise is your own globe that you control, and you decide what content goes in, and you decide which users are allowed to view it. So the first big piece of Google Earth Enterprise is the client. We've just seen the client. There's two other pieces to Google Earth Enterprise. And those pieces are the software that builds the globe. So you take your own imagery, your own vector content, and you build your globe. And then the second part is the server that publishes. So we have software to build it, software to publish it, and then software that the end users use to connect to the built and published globe. What we have here is the software that we call Fusion. And Fusion is the software that we use to actually build the globe. And Fusion is a graphical user interface, and your people can just open up something called the Asset Manager. And this is where they add imagery to the globe, they add vector to the globe, publish, turn the roads whatever color they want to turn them on, and apply all the styling rules that you have for the vector data. So we have the client, we have the Fusion software for building it, and then we have the Earth server software for serving it to your customers. So those are the main parts of Google Earth Enterprise. So the last part of Google Earth Enterprise that I want to show you, beyond how you build the globe and how you connect to it, is that we have something called Google Earth Portable, and it allows your users to take their data out into the field with them where they have no connectivity whatsoever back to your Google Earth server. And what the users see when they run Portable is they have a number of files on their hard drive. And you can see that I have a base globe, I have Atlanta, I have a Japan globe. So we have these different pieces of data that have been cut from our main server and are sitting on my hard drive on my notebook computer. And if I double click on one of these, so if I double click on the Japan globe, it will start a web page. And the web page tells me that I'm running the globe. You can say that I'm currently serving locally the Japan globe. If I wanted to serve something else, I could just click on it and the server would quick switch to that other globe. And then once the users have just double clicked on the file, they open up the same enterprise client that they were using a minute ago, and they can log out of whatever server they were logged into previously. And now I can log in, and in this case I'm going to log into my own notebook computer. So I'm going to log into localhost. And now I'm serving the data that was on my notebook computer that's just sitting right on my hard drive. And this was my Japan globe. And so if I go somewhere other than Japan, so let's say I go into the coast of California, you'll see that the imagery quality is very poor. That's because we cut for Japan. You'll see the rest of the globe in relatively low resolution to give you some orientation as to where you are on the Earth. But we can also go into the area that we cut specifically, which was Japan. And if I go in, we can see that we'll have full resolution imagery in the region that we cut. So if we go all the way down, you'll start to see roads and towns and cities and all of the information. This particular globe we cut for the Sendai tsunami. So we cut this and sent it along with the emergency responders as they were going out into the field. And so now in the field, with no connectivity to the internet whatsoever, they have roads and imagery and locations of hospitals and things like that. So the Google Earth Enterprise system allows you to not only build your own globe, host your own globe, put your own content in, but it will also allow you to take that content, drop it onto your notebook computer, and go out into the field when there's no connectivity at all. And that concludes our big picture overview of what is Google Earth Enterprise and how would someone use it in your organization.